For the past 15 years, Siri has always been a big joke, but today Apple is back to say that they are actually fixing everything. For the second time in the past 2 years, you might remember in 2024, they said they were going to fix everything then. That was a lie, that never happened. And now it is 2 years later, and they've essentially given us deja vu again. Well, I am here today with the new iOS 27 Siri versus the old iOS 26 Siri to see what the difference is, and to finally answer the question, has Apple fixed Siri in 2026? I'm really curious to find out. So let's begin initially with personal context. Okay, let's get right into it. A few weeks ago, my mom said that she wanted a water bottle. Do you remember what brand it was she said? Now, this was related to something about Mother's Day, and I really want to get this right. iOS 26 immediately, doesn't have the architecture to do this, but
your mom mentioned that she had been thinking of buying a Lark water bottle, but
that's
decided against it
crazy.
because they were too expensive.
So not only did it mention why she didn't buy it initially, it said the exact brand of the water bottle that I was looking for, which would have taken me quite a time to scroll through if I just had iOS 26. I don't think there's any way it's gonna know this. Find a picture of Winnie and send the newest one to my dad with the caption LOL. So Winnie's my dog, but I don't think my phone knows that. That shows me Winnie the Pooh on iOS 26. And there's the new picture of my dog with the caption LOL to my dad in messages. Okay, was not expecting it to do this well so far. Let me try another one. How much was the quote to fix my windshield? I don't even remember the name of the company that gave me this quote. Apple on iOS 26 giving me something very generic.
You received a quote from Avio Coach Craft for $8,802.
Okay, so that is the actual exact
to replace
quote.
the windshield on your Lamborghini Huracan.
Wow. Okay, that actually saved me like 5 minutes of searching there. That was pretty impressive. There are times though when a plan doesn't even get confirmed on my calendar, and I'm wondering if it's able to handle that as well. So when am I hanging out with the cousins? We talked about this in our group chat recently of when we were gonna hang out. Again, iOS 26, nothing to work with, but iOS 27 is thinking.
Based on your recent messages in the Cousins and Nerd Emoji group chat, you are looking to hang out next week.
See, this is really impressive to me because there is no concrete plan. The fact that it's able to say you're leaning toward next week and that's actually what we decided on is very intelligent. Yeah, I am incredibly impressed by this. It works just like it's supposed to. This is what we were promised 2 years ago, and I would say Apple has absolutely delivered. I now want to see if the same is true for more general questions, which will absolutely be more fair with iOS 26. What are some favorite hobbies of Apple's new CEO? So specifically, I'm not asking about Cook because he's the old CEO. I want to see if I can find it. So here we go. iOS 27 gets it immediately.
Hands-on and high-performance hobbies.
Yeah, okay. Now, to be fair, iOS 26 also gets close. It disappeared though here for some reason. What's nice about iOS 27 is when you want to learn more too, you can swipe down for some additional information. Next, let's do one that I can fact check. What are credible rumors for the iPhone Ultra? This is going to be Apple's upcoming foldable, but I didn't call it the Fold because I didn't want to give it additional context. So we've got some links here, but wow, on the iOS 27 version, that's an insane amount of context. That's really good. You can again swipe down and get a ton of additional info that looks to be pretty spot on actually. And in iOS 27, you can also expand this to now go into the Siri app and you can ask a follow-up. What's the killer feature gonna be here? And immediately it starts thinking using Apple's model, and wow, it's able to differentiate out. It's the crease-free display that's been rumored. And just to show you these are not outliers, it does normal questions too, like my chicken looks a little bit pink on the inside. How do I know if it's cooked? Okay, for some reason iOS 26 couldn't do that, which has honestly been the Siri experience forever, and this gives you a reliable way to say 165 degrees. It can tell you why it changes colors. This is again much more helpful than iOS 26, and it gave me an answer. Now, hopefully iOS 27 also makes battery life better, but just in case it doesn't, that's why I partnered up with Anker, who sponsored today's video. This is the Anker Prime 160 watt 3-port GAN charger, which is the world's most compact 160 watt multi-port charger. It's nearly the same same size as AirPods Pro 3, is small enough to fit in nearly any pocket, and is super lightweight at just 220 grams. Plus, with GaN Prime 2.0 tech and up to 160 watts of power output, you can easily charge a MacBook, iPad, and iPhone simultaneously. But you don't have to take Anker's word for it. You can actually see the total power output at all times on the front smart display that has quickly become my favorite feature of this charger. This allows you to see Power IQ 5.0 in real time, which is dynamic power distribution across all of your devices, making sure the perfect amount of charge is going to all of them. Of course, this charger also comes standard with Active Shield 4.0, which is an intelligent thermal management system combining real-time temperature monitoring, intelligent power regulation, and coordinated active cooling to make sure all of your devices are charging up perfectly safely with more than 10 million temperature checks daily. They have done all the work, so you don't have to worry about anything, and the charger does the work for you. Basically, this has become my go-to charger for all of my devices, and you don't realize how useful that front display is until you've tried it for yourself. So check out this charger using my link down below in the description, and Anker is also running their Ask Me Anker Things series right now, where they answer tough questions that most brands wouldn't. It's definitely worth a watch, also linked down below. And a huge thank you to Anker for sponsoring this part of the video. Now, let's get back to it. However, another big part of the brand new Siri is its ability to perform actions for you like an agentic AI that works without you having to touch your screen. So there's no point to compare it to iOS 26 just because that doesn't even exist in any form there, but I want to try it here. I remember this initial moment where Apple showed that Siri, for example, would be able to find your driver's license number and insert it without you manually looking. So here's a demo form. I need to fill in my driver's license number. I know I have multiple pictures, so fill in my driver's license number. And it should just fill that in. It should search for a photo of my driver's license. Again, I know this is in my library, and it should just pull up the number very easily. I mean, all the other features have been really impressive. It's taken a little bit longer to do this, probably because it's searching the photos library. And that is, sorry, I had to blur that. That is my driver's license number. Again, I was not expecting that one to work. Let me just cover that up. I didn't think that it would be able to find that because there's like 40,000 photos in my library, and it found it. Okay, what about something it can see on my screen like this new address here? If I just say, add this to his contact, not even saying name, not even saying why, is Siri able to take that address it sees? Yeah, I'm gonna add it right there. Okay, it's thinking. Continue. Should have probably been there already. Okay, it did add it initially. Now, when Apple showed this the first time, it was way more seamless. It was just a one file swoop maneuver. This definitely took a little bit longer, and I hope they make that easier. Let me try something else with a photo. Attach this to that draft I'm sending Shay. Just a fun little image I want to throw at the end of that. Is it able to identify a draft in Mail, a separate app, who the person is? Yep, that's the draft, and that's exactly what I wanted to do right there. Here's another one. Create a new freeform board called Vision Board 2027. Let's see if it's able to create a new freeform. There we go, it's searching. Should know that it's not there. You can't do that. Interesting, because in Apple's initial presentation, this was one of the examples they showed in the background. Another older example is Apple saying you could just add a page to a doc, so add a page to this document. Should be pretty simple. You just do some bunch of enter lines and go down, or like a page break. And so here again, it tells you how to do it. Like, it knows how to do it, but at least in this current version, it cannot do it autonomously. Still, all of the in-app action stuff just feels incredibly half-baked right now. And yes, more than 2 years later, I did have way higher expectations for that. Now, speaking of the camera, a couple of other additional Siri tidbits is there's a new Siri mode in the camera for scanning things. It's essentially the new home for visual intelligence, and the marquee upgrade is the ability to scan food for nutrition facts. But when I tried this on food earlier today, I didn't find it very reliable. I mean, I took a pretty bad angle photo of a sandwich, and it was telling me there's too much sodium on this, probably because of the bacon and turkey combined. I did the same thing with a Caesar salad, and also it was like right in the middle. I mean, I guess I'll test it with more foods later, but I didn't get the sense that this was very well built out. Again, feeling very half-baked. As for the second Siri feature, it's going to be way more controversial, and that's expressive voices. So Apple's done this cool thing of doing these fully generative AI voices and switch to like male, female. it's cool, right? You'll be able to customize the pace. Here's the catch with these. They're not available on all iPhones capable of running Apple Intelligence. Apple says that this voice generation is so model intensive that you need 12 gigabytes of RAM, which if you're doing the math, means that the base iPhone 17 on sale right now that Apple says was fully built for Apple Intelligence, you will never get that feature, period, even though the phone is the newest generation phone built for AI. The fact that we are just 2 years into Apple Intelligence and they are already beginning to fragment and segment out features because they didn't do the right thing 2 years ago is just ridiculous, and I had to mention that in this video because I found it so patently absurd. Which really is just a perfect transition to how I feel about the iOS 27 Siri. On one hand, they've done it. They have actually fixed Siri. It can answer questions reliably 9 times out of 10 and even tell you things about your life I never thought it would do. But on the other hand, the other 50% of Siri still isn't done yet. We are 2 years in and the in-app actions are barely functional right now. I don't know what to say. I'm not surprised. It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and 1 step sideways. That's how Apple Intelligence feels. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video or you learned something new. There is a lot to get excited about with iOS 27. More videos to come, so subscribe in case you haven't already. I have been Sam. I hope you're doing well. Siri, mostly better, I think. Yeah.